All we had was chemistry. Our D-line tore shit up, excuse my language. Our O-line had perfect chemistry. We all got our feet right. Our defense held them all in. Our O-line kept the ball on the field, and we scored every time. That's how we do it. Okay.
Oak Hill's running back Martinique Finn runs wild, an incredible 331 yards rushing and leading the Bulldogs to a convincing 35-26 victory over Apple Valley for the Mojave River League Championship. The 5'10", 180-pound senior scores twice on runs from 5 yards out. Quarterback Josh Stewart runs for 1 touchdown, this the game's first, a 27-yard run. Josh Stewart's 27-yard touchdown pass to Mikey Delgado puts Oak Hills up 20-14 on their final possession of the first half. Jeff Widener accounts for all 4 Apple Valley touchdowns, scoring twice on runs from 1 yard out and throwing 2 scoring passes. This 5-yard TD pass to Tyron Smith, this 6-yard scoring strike to Chaz Smith pulls the Sun Devils within 1, trailing 27-26 early in the fourth quarter.
Here's how it all unfolds.
60+ in Bulldogs black uniforms taking the field. 24 are seniors. It is seniors' night. The Sun Devils' sights set on win number 10. They have won 19 consecutive regular season games. Oak Hills goes right to work exposing some weaknesses in Apple Valley's overall game, beginning with kickoff coverage. Jalen Phillips immediately puts the Dogs in excellent field position, running it back to the 33. Jalen Phillips, 5'10", 160, one of the 24 seniors in his final regular season home game. Martinique Finn, first of 34 carries for number 32, gain of 3. 3 for the Sun Devils, Jeremy Justice II among the tacklers. This sportscaster commented to one observer, Martinique Finn came as Walter Payton for his Halloween costume this night. Martinique Finn certainly displays the strength, speed, and extra effort of the NFL all-time rushing leader until Emmitt Smith surpassed his 16,726 yards. The first of Oak Hill's many holding penalties backs this drive to the 27 before Josh Stewart scrambles, cuts off Jason Rodriguez's block, and races 27 yards, untouched, to break the ice on a last Friday in October that is far too warm for any ice to appear, literally. 6th rushing touchdown of the year for the 6'2", 200-pound signal caller, who will have a near-perfect performance this night. 7-0 Bulldogs, 2.5 minutes in. Xander Witt takes the Jacob McGarvey kickoff and returns it to the 32, where Jeff Widener and company set up shop on their first possession. 6-yard completion to Tyron Smith on Apple Valley's first play from scrimmage. Ty Smith, the 6', 170-pound sophomore wide receiver. Middle linebacker Doron Mitchell, 8, puts the stop on Jeff Widener, forced from the pocket. Doron Mitchell, 6'1", 230, a senior. It brings up a 3rd and 3 at the 39. Noah Renteria stiff arms one defender and gets a pancake block from Gabe Sadi Jr., carrying for a first down. But the Apple Valley offense beleaguers itself with numerous penalties that interrupt their momentum, frequent illegal substitution infractions, putting the team in long yardage situations. This is 1st and 15 back at the 38. Gain of 6 on the completion to Jeremy Justice. We go to 3rd and 9 at their own 44. The first of Jeff Widener's long runs of the night brings the ball into the Oak Hills red zone, backed up yet again by an illegal formation call. Jeff Widener, first completion of the night to leading receiver Xander Witt. First down Sun Devils at the 6. To Jeremy Justice, to the 1. And on the next play, Jeff Widener follows 250-pound center Connor Felton and his interior O-line across the goal, and the Sun Devils have tied it at 7. 4th rushing touchdown for the 6'2½", 195-pound senior quarterback. We are exactly at the midway mark of the first quarter. This play may not look like much, but actually it is huge. 6 yards on first down. Martinique Finn behind 74 Manuel Fierro, 295-pound sophomore. Big 77. Nafoa Fiotulafono, 6'3", 305, a senior. Bigger 75, Jason Rodriguez, 6'7", 330. 73, David Ibarra, 6'5", 312, another senior. Offensive coordinator's dream, getting 6 rushing yards on first down. Center Ben Coffer and right guard Manuel Fierro block down, and Martinique Finn zips right through the first would-be tackler, gain of 10 this time on the first down carry. Then 43 yards on one of Martinique Finn's longest runs of the night, all the way down to the Sun Devils' 17. Martinique Finn comes in, averaging 9 yards a carry. His 331 yards tonight give him 1,323 on the season. On 2nd and 11 at the 18, Josh Stewart sets up, tucks it in, and takes it in himself. 80-yard scoring drive in 8 plays, all running plays. 14-7 Bulldogs, 2:46 showing on the first quarter clock. Josh Stewart carries 6 times this night for 71 yards and the first 2 touchdowns. Watch 34, Brandon Brooks leading tacklers on Xander Witt. On the kickoff return, Brandon Brooks, a 5'9", 175-pound senior and special teams standout. This is what happens on most of Apple Valley's running plays that are not Jeff Widener scrambles. 44 is senior George Patonas from his defensive end position on this play. This is what happens when Jeff Widener does scramble on most occasions this night. First down after a pickup of 11. Last play of the first quarter, Jeff Widener to Chad Smith for a first down. Jeff Widener completes 18 passes this night for 236 yards. This second Sun Devils possession has to overcome a holding penalty that moves them back to midfield. Jeff Widener's screen pass to Xander Witt overcomes the penalty yardage and gives Apple Valley a first down at the 23. On a 2nd and 10 at the 23, outstanding effort by Kenyard Edwards Jr., the junior running back, reverses field and picks up 18 yards for a first down at the 5. Kenyard Edwards comes in, averaging 10 yards a carry on the year. Next play, Jeff Widener rolls left and threads the needle with the picture-perfect pitch to Tyron Smith. This is called throwing the pass where only the receiver can catch it. 46th touchdown pass on the year for Jeff Widener, and 8th caught by Ty Smith. The Sun Devils have tied it at 14, 1 minute into the second quarter.
We pick it up after an exchange of possessions with 4.5 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Oak Hills resumes grinding out yardage on the ground. The first of Martinique Finn's touchdowns from 5 yards out caps the 73-yard drive and puts the Bulldogs back in the lead, 20-14. The Sun Devils move to execute another of their patented end-of-the-first-half scoring drives. Jeff Widener's long completion to Jeremy Justice, bringing the ball to the 25. Watch junior linebacker Jason Crawford, 3, this sack. A lethal dose of 1 part Bulldog sack, 1 part Apple Valley penalty kills this Sun Devils drive, and the teams go to the locker rooms at halftime, Oak Hills leading 20-14. Apple Valley's major tasks to address at halftime: tame the Bulldogs' sack attack and slow down Martinique Finn and the Dogs' ground game. The third quarter is essentially a stalemate. The Bulldogs resume their heated and highly effective pass rush, while offensively, Coach Robert Kistner reaches deep into his playbook and pulls off the successful screen pass to his fullback, overcoming a holding penalty 3rd and long and bringing the Dogs into Sun Devils territory. Martinique Finn picks up 5 on a 4th and 3 from the 30.
Sun Devils leading tackler Jesse Griggs, 42, leads teammates holding Martinique Finn to no gain. 5 is cornerback David Blocker, Jr. Another Bulldogs holding penalty and a stiffening Sun Devils defensive interior stifle Oak Hill's first drive of the second half, which ends in a missed field goal attempt. Back-to-back Jeff Widener completions, escaping the pass rush and hitting Chad Smith here, then drilling the ball to Xander Witt, and the Sun Devils are to midfield. Bulldogs senior Adrian Tamayo is having his best game of the season. This is 3rd sack so far of quarterback Jeff Widener. Adrian Tamayo, 5'10", 190-pound linebacker, recording his first sacks of the season in this most important game of the year. The sack, combined with another Apple Valley holding penalty, moves the visitors back to their own 39. Jeff Widener's completion to Xander Witt rejuvenates the drive, first down to the 21. Final play of the third quarter, Jeff Widener rolls, fakes, and keeps, carrying to the 6. 15 of Jeff Widener's 113 rushing yards this game. First play of the fourth quarter, Jeff Widener to feisty Chad Smith, and the Sun Devils pull even at 20. 9th TD reception for the 5'11", 185-pound senior. 47th scoring pass for Jeff Widener. Coach Matt Rohrbaugh's halftime offensive objective being accomplished. Not so for the defensive adjustment. Martinique Finn about to break loose big time again. This Oak Hills possession begins at their 22. Even greater display of Martinique Finn determination and extra effort, refusing to be brought down on initial contact, breaking a tackle, and carrying to the 23. Next play, Josh Stewart scrambles and carries for what looks to be the go-ahead touchdown, only to have it called back on yet another Bulldogs holding penalty. Another holding penalty on the next play backs the Bulldogs back to the 37, where it's 1st and 24. Martinique Finn, gain of 7 before Sam Jang, 11, Noah Renteria, 2, and Ryan Webster, 17, combine to bring him down. 2nd and 17 from the 30. Josh Stewart sidearms it to Tamari Ford, the 5'9", 157-pound senior. Josh Stewart attempts 4 passes this game, completing 3. The next, the most important. Given time, Josh Stewart steps up and lofts it to the streaking Mikey Delgado, 27 yards for what proves to be the game-winning touchdown. Mikey Delgado just having received the medical release enabling him to play. He's recovering from severe knee injuries. 27-20 Bulldogs, 7:24 to go in the showdown at the Dog Pound. Apple Valley's retaliatory possession begins with a 1st and 20 at their own 10, thanks to back-to-back illegal substitution penalties. Jeff Widener leading the long trek back, a pair of major penalties against the Bulldogs. Holding, then unsportsmanlike conduct greatly aid the Apple Valley cause. This play from the Oak Hills, 48. Xander Witt, the acrobatic grab, gain of 21 to the 27. Xander Witt comes in, averaging 25 yards per reception. He lists at 5'11", 180. Does David Blocker Jr. haul in Jeff Widener's 48th TD pass of the year? No, the official rules the ball hits the ground when the senior wide receiver dives into the end zone to make the catch. Instead of 6 points, Sun Devils, it is 2nd and 10 at the 27. Jeff Widener, the fake to Chad Smith, straight into the teeth of the Bulldogs defense, 26 yards to the 1. The Sun Devils a yard away from tying the score, riding a wild wave of momentum. The game-tying touchdown comes on the next play. Now it is decision time for Coach Matt Rohrbaugh. Go for 2 and the lead, or kick the conversion to tie. 4.5 minutes remain in regulation. The decision is go for 2, and the Sun Devils convert, but a holding penalty nullifies it. Then an illegal substitution penalty moves them back to the 17, and an incomplete pass ends the attempt to take the lead. Oak Hills maintains the 1-point advantage, 27-26. Apple Valley's kickoff coverage team fuels their comeback optimism, dropping Jalen Phillips at the 20. Sophomore Dominic Solis 20 among the tacklers. But what Oak Hills does next not only dashes Apple Valley momentum, it puts the game away for the Bulldogs. An 80-yard scoring drive. Martinique Finn smashing through the Devils' defense, ripping off huge gains on 4 consecutive carries. The drive ends on Martinique Finn's 5-yard touchdown, essentially sealing the win for the Bulldogs. Oak Hills goes for a 2-point conversion, and Martinique Finn's carry into the end zone makes it a 2-possession situation for the Sun Devils to rally. A minute 19 remains. The Ben Coffer sack is a crowning point as the Bulldogs regain the Mojave River League crown. The final score, Bulldogs 35, Sun Devils 26. Oak Hills opens postseason play hosting Chaparral in the Division 4 playoffs. Apple Valley is at home in Division 5's Round 1, taking on Diamond Ranch.
Down Home Grill Online Sports Report. Action highlights brought to you by Down Home Grill. Burgers from organic grass-fed beef. Breakfast from organic eggs. Great food, homemade, GMO, and many gluten-free.
Down Home Grill is open daily, 6 in the morning till 10 at night. Located at the corner of Nutritious and Delicious, Bear Valley Road and Ridgecrest Drive in Victorville.